40 Hebrew words every Christian should know. Word number 13, ma'od, ma'od. Ma'od is a word I've already referred to twice, and I promised I was going to make a video on it. It's normally used in the Bible to mean very. So very, for example, in Genesis chapter 1, God sees that everything he has made is very good. Tov ma'od. Tov means good, ma'od means very. But there are two times in the Hebrew Bible where it means something other than that. I've already referred to Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 5 a couple of times. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, lev, that's a word I'm going to make a video about soon, and with all your nefesh, your soul, I've already made a video about that, and with all your ma'od. Ma'od here, though, can't mean very. You can't be saying, and love the Lord your God with all your very. And so what does it mean? Well, the same way the word is used happens in 2 Kings chapter 23, verse 25. Referring to King Josiah, it says, before him there was no king like him who turned to the Lord with all his heart and with all his soul and with all his ma'od, which we translate as might in both places. Now you might say, well, how do we know it should be translated as might? If the word normally means very, why would we translate it as might or strength? Well, one thing we can do is we can check the Septuagint. The Septuagint was the translation of the Old Testament from Hebrew into Greek that was done 200 years before Jesus, so over 2,000 years ago. Essentially, it is our way of looking back in time and seeing how the early Jewish leaders before the time of Jesus interpreted the Old Testament. Because when you translate from one language to another, you need to make interpretive decisions. You need to make sense of what it means in the original Hebrew, and you need to make it clear in the Greek that you're translating it into. And so we can read the Septuagint today, and we can see in that verse, it says, and you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your dynamios. Dynamios or dynamis in Greek is actually the word we get dynamite from. It's a word meaning power or strength. It appears many times in the New Testament. And so we can see the way the early Jewish leaders, Jewish rabbis, Jewish teachers understood the Old Testament by looking at the way they translated it before the time of Jesus. And here they translated, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. And so ma'od here means strength. For us, the lesson is to love the Lord our God with everything that we are and everything that we have. Word number 13, ma'od. Follow for more original language Bible insights.